What's up, everyone? What exactly is Jon Snow looking at in this picture, and why do they keep teasing us with these damn promo photos about him being in the Crypts of Winterfell? Well, let's discuss. According to Free Folk legend, Bael the Bard disappeared from Winterfell with the daughter of Lord Brandon Stark. The daughter eventually reappeared with an infant, a future Lord Stark, within the legend claiming that he had hid within the crypt. This is like one of the first mentions in Game of Thrones history that we get of the Crypts of Winterfell being important. Now, you're going to be able to tell when I'm reading straight from the wiki page and when I'm going off script, as in right now. The testimony of the Mushroom alleges that when Prince Jacaerys Velaryon came to Winterfell at the start of A Dance with Dragons, Vermax, his dragon that he rode there, laid dragon eggs in the depths of the crypts of Winterfell, where the hot springs are close to the wall, and that's also what helps warm Winterfell in these long winters. But they don't mention shit like that on the TV show. Archmaester Gilladane rejects the idea that this actually happened. When Arya Stark was a little girl, she saw the crypts for the first time. This is also important. Old Nan had told her it contained spiders and rats the size of dogs. On that occasion, Jon Snow, having covered himself with flour, he tried to scare Arya and pretended to be a ghost, which is also like a little bit of foreshadowing. Bran Stark played in the vault with Jon Snow and Robb Stark when they were kids. Arya also sometimes hid in the crypts and would play Come Into My Castle and Monsters and Maidens amongst the Stone Kings. Now, what I think that means is that they used to basically play games that foreshadowed what would happen to them when they were older, or maybe events that's happened before in Game of Thrones history. In recent events, in A Game of Thrones, shortly after arriving at Winterfell, King Robert Baratheon visits the crypts. This also happened in the TV show, and he pays his respects with Eddard Stark to Lyanna Stark, Jon Snow's mother. Now, I'm going to stop right there. What could possibly bring Jon Snow down to the Crypts of Winterfell? Well, there's a number of reasons. The obvious choice is that, well, that's going to be the way the plot goes to make him somehow figure out his lineage or start to get a hint at, something other than him being the bastard of Ned Stark. What I think may happen is we've got one Stark that has to be buried down there with his family, and that's going to be Rickon Stark, the boy who ran straight. Now, I think Rickon died kind of for a reason other than the fact that I like to believe it's not just because they ran out of space for him on the TV show and they couldn't fit him into any plot points, so they sent him away for a season, bring him back, kill him off. I think that his death will mean something greater, and it will help Jon discover his true lineage. Now, I think he's going to obviously bury Rickon down there. Once he does so, that's going to bring him to... He's going to probably be down the Rassans at some point, and they're most likely going to be alone because they're going to be reminiscing about, their last memories with Rickon. And she's going to bring up, most likely, maybe not, but she's going to bring up what Peter Baelish mentioned to her. Now, what we can take away from that is, other than the fact that Littlefinger is a complete creep, is the fact that there's a little bit of ritualism. I don't know if that's a real word. There's a little bit of ritualism with the Starks and the Crypts. I think there's going to be a conversation that is held that will transpire between Jon and Sansa when they're laying their brother Rickon to rest. And it will be brought up how important it is to know where they're headed and, what they've been through. And, maybe part of the reminiscing reminds Sansa of basically what Littlefinger just told her, which is basically the story goes, that Rhaegar stole Lyanna, and that's how most people think it went. But what might have actually happened is they fell in love. That is going to be the first initial hint, and that is why they have been dropping all of these clues in these promo teaser. Let's be honest, they're a little bit of a dick tease with these promo teasers, and they've been putting Jon Snow in the Crypts of Winterfell. I think that's going to be him looking at this picture right here, circling this video back around. Jon Snow is looking at the statue of Lyanna Stark. He relit candles. That's what that little bit of a glimmer coming off of his face is. He relit candles to honor his mother. I think Bran's picture right here may actually be... Of course, he went to the wall, but I think he's going to go back to Winterfell, and I think this is him. They're showing us this. He's traveling to Winterfell. It's completely snow everywhere now, including past the wall. Obviously, it's been like that for a season or two, but he's being carried with Mira back to his home in Winterfell, and this may all transpire in the first episode. I think we'll get a little bit of Daenerys and Cersei battling, and then we'll get a whole bunch of like depth and awesomeness with the Northern story and a lot of progression. You know, there's going to be a lot of progression. We're 3 episodes shy of a full season. That's going to be wrapping this video up, and I want to thank you all so much for watching. The like goal for this video will be 10. If you would like to enter my 10,000 subscribers giveaway, all you have to do is like this video, leave a comment down below, and hop over on the Tweeter, which is Twitter, and follow me. If you do those things, you will be entered in the drawing, and once I hit 10,000 subscribers, I will announce a winner in a video. I want to thank you all so much for watching again. My name's Mark, and this has been Sir Hunt's Reviews.